Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do the unarmed weapon challenge. This is a challenge that is completely unarmed, no weapons, no grenades. So just remember that if you still have your grenades equipped, then it might not go off. So just unequip your grenades, just kind of go into your weapon wheel. Just make sure if you are got anything like Molotovs connected, equipped, just unequip them, make sure no weapons are equipped, otherwise it will not go off. So this challenge actually showed up after I completed the unarmed weapon challenge, right? So I was hoping I was done after that one, but looks like this one showed up, just like some of them do show up. So hopefully this is the last one, right? So the place I come is to White Springs. Inside White Springs is a recommended place, as I mentioned before, just because there's a lot of robots inside. But just be aware this will likely change after Tuesday and after the update, and they will be removing those robots. So if you're trying to get these done, you probably want to get it done this weekend, right? If you can, right? There is another door down here, so if you are struggling with this main door, that's where I'm going to actually be doing it. There is another door just down here in a hallway that I did with my unarmed weapon challenge. The robots come in less swarms there, so you might be able to deal with that a little bit better if you are struggling. The other thing to kind of be aware of, some of the robots have the gutsies. For whatever reason, on my other characters seem to attract more gutsy flamethrower gutsies than anything else, so I go down quite quickly. But yeah, you might want to up that up to 3 fireproof there. The other thing, if you're going to play around with grenades, I added Demolition Expert 4, so sometimes I throw grenades at them. So if you have a bunch of grenades, maybe use some Demolition Experts to give more damage. But yeah, the rest of this is just a heavy gunner build. Normally I'd have Nerd Rager instead and some stim packs. I think the rest is pretty standard. I didn't mess around with those cards too much for this challenge, right? The other thing to note, just make sure that your armor is fully repaired, your power armor, because it will take a heavy beating and you will need to repair it. So just make sure that when you go in. Also your health, if you're plain bloodied and you half radiated, just fix your health so you can survive a bit longer. And of course, a couple of other perk cards you can use is the Life Giver. If you do have a bunch of stim packs, or Born Survivor rather. It will allow you to stay alive a little bit longer, or feed you stim packs before you go down and you low health. There's some power armor mods that will do the same as well. So kind of look into those as well if you really want to take a look at those, right? So I think that's about it. So I'm going to do it at this main door. When you do it at this main door and you're trying to repair stuff, there's a lot of lag, right? I'm going to show you a little room that I found that, if you're struggling to fix your weapons or your power armor, depending on the challenge you're doing, there's a little room that you can kind of hide in for a brief moment to help with the lag. Because if you try and do it at this main entrance and you got like 10, 15 robots just shooting at you, plus the turrets, it's almost impossible. You pretty much have to change servers or something, right? So you might choose to do that instead. But yeah, before I start this off, let's actually just, let me just show you this room here if I can find it here quick. Okay, this is the main entrance here. We're going to head up these stairs here. I think we could take a right. Yeah, take a right at this entrance. We're going to head down here. There's kind of this little hallway there. And you enter what looks like a ballroom. And just behind this kind of beam here, it's not so obvious when you walk in here, there's a door here. And what I'll do is I'll come in, close the door, and then I'll just basically repair my power armor and stuff here, right? So I don't know if that's useful to you, but anyway, that's where the room is that I sometimes do that just to deal with the lag that I have. So anyway, I'm going to head back here quickly, and you just kind of head down. I say that's the door over there. You just head down here to the left, and you head straight. And take a left here, just past these chairs here, and you should be back at the main entrance, right? So anyway, this is where we're going to do it. I think that's all I've mentioned. I think the other thing I wanted to mention was make sure that you're using the electric absorption legendary perk if you're able to. That has more than just recharging your fusion cores. It has some health benefits, so it recharges your health at the same time, and that'll help you go down less as well. So if you happen to have that and do use that, or you might want to upgrade that card before doing the challenge or equipping it. If you have it and don't use it today, it does have health benefits other than the fusion core. So that's why we want to have it equipped. And you'll notice when we do this how my health will regenerate. And that's not just because I have the healing mutation, things like that, because you know, this is during combat, right? Anyway, let's get going. I'm going to show you what happens. And you might want to jump on a team. There might be some damage benefits. You get some damage sharing perks from other team members. I'm not going to do that just because I don't want to bother people seeing me go down all the time. But yeah, sometimes, especially if you're doing the unarmed weapon challenge, you definitely want to be part of a team to give your unarmed weapon more damage. Right. And you can see the Tesla coils going off and doing damage to the robots. And you can just plug your USB your controller to USB if you're on a console. Um, and they'll just keep it up a little bit longer with your controller, turn it off if you're able to do that. And sometimes I just run forward, yeah, a little bit, and so my Tesla coils can take them out. So it's taken me about 2.5 hours, about 3 hours to go from 0 to about 860 enemies, yeah. So it hasn't been too bad in terms of this method to get it out of the way, right? So anyway, I hope you found that useful. If you did, hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel and let me know what your thoughts are. Like I said, try to get this done this weekend, and tomorrow I think is probably the last day we'll be able to do this, right? So hopefully we get through this before then. And who knows, maybe we still have some robots in here that people can continue after the update. I hope that there is. But don't count on it though, right? So anyway, thanks for watching.